ending this. This is the end.
Alright everyone, JB here. We're back with another video on the channel today. No Dragon Ball Legends related content for today. We're just kind of here to talk about some stuff, you know, some changes that I'm hoping to implement in the future sometime soon, and just why I've been gone, you know, for about a month. Because I'm not gonna lie, there's been like a couple things happening, and some of the stuff is just simple stuff that just kind of got to your boy, and I wasn't able to have time to make content, etc. So we're just kind of here to talk about that and some changes. I'm just gonna have this live wallpaper on here, so that way the screen isn't black for you guys. But as always, if you're new around here, still leave a like on the video and join the channel. Very much appreciate it. So first things first I want to talk about is, before we talk about the changes, right? I haven't made a video upload. It's been about probably about a month. It's been a couple weeks. I did do some live streams just to, you know, kind of react to what we were getting for part 2 and 3. But besides that, I did not upload any videos. Now, a big reason for that is, you know, I mentioned it a lot of times, it's because of my job. I'm working pretty much about 40 hours a week. So I think it got to a point where I'm uploading videos, you know, I'm doing this, a couple uploads every week, and your boy just kind of felt burnt out. And I don't know if it was me trying to manage both of those, and then I had other stuff as well besides work, and I'm trying to also, you know, just simple stuff in life as well. But I felt like, you know, I was getting burnt out because, don't get me wrong, there's no such thing as me having to have motivation to make videos. I enjoy what I do. I enjoy, you know, Legends. I enjoy my channel. I enjoy my you know, my community, my subscribers, whichever one you want to call it. I like to call it my community because we're not that big, but we're a small community, and I love you guys because, you know, we're just simple people, man. And I feel like I was just really getting burnt out, and that is an actual thing. You know, that's an actual thing that I feel like a lot of people kind of underestimate, and I guess your boy here kind of underestimated it as well. Because I did the same thing happened like earlier this year. I took it was like 2 weeks off before I even uploaded another video. And that, should I have taken a month? Probably not. I probably could have just taken a week, maybe 2 weeks. So at the end of the day, that's part of my fault as well, because, you know, majority of the part 2 and part 3 I kind of missed out on content to put out for you guys. And, you know, obviously there's no way to make up for it, but just to put out more content and be consistent. So that's just one of the factors, you know, being burnt out, just dealing with work. There's just not having enough time to sit down and enjoy and, you know, record content for you guys to put out. And I found myself, you know, being more busier with stuff, and it just, I don't know, man. Like, I'm trying to, you know, focus on content, but I feel like it's never my #1 option, because at the end of the day, you know, besides myself, I have to take care, you know, make sure I'm helping out with the family and everything. So that's a big factor into that as well. As much as I love this channel, you know, I put in some work. You know, I would definitely say I had to learn some stuff, how to do certain stuff, how to edit my own videos, how to, you know, how this works, how that works, especially with YouTube, because they're always changing something almost every year, which is weird, because some things just, they seem, you know, good to me. There's always something they're always changing. But yeah, those are just a couple of factors just to play into me not just uploading in a while, you know. And obviously, you know, some people might have left the channel. That's fine, you know, that's understandable. I'm pretty sure they were like, yeah, this guy was doing pretty decent, you know, uploading, and then he just didn't upload for a month. I don't blame you. I don't blame you. First things first as well, I want to go ahead and talk about a couple changes that I'm trying to like implement on the channel pretty soon. Expect to upload after this video pretty soon, probably this weekend, since it's been a while. But one of the things I want to implement is upload schedule. Now, what does the upload schedule look like for this channel moving forward? Because this is something that I never had. You know, if you've been following for a while, you know that the upload schedule has never been consistent, like on a certain time period or like a certain days, and I feel like that's something I want to implement. So first things first, at the bare minimum, on a week basis that I'm looking at to try to get videos out, I'm looking to get at least 3 to 4 uploads out of the week. That way I don't burn myself out too much. And some weeks I'm gonna upload more than that, just depends. But for the most part, you're gonna at least see 3 to 4 videos at the bare minimum. And weekends, I'm not gonna make any guarantees to the weekends. That's mainly when I work the entire weekend, and then like a few days out of the weekdays. So essentially speaking, I'm probably not gonna upload as much on the weekends. I will if I have videos pre-recorded for earlier that week. That's kind of how I'm gonna do that. As far as like time zone, I'm gonna try to do most of the videos in the morning, between the morning to noon. I feel like that is a safe, optimal time, because I know some people aren't in the same time zone as I am. You might be a couple hours ahead, you might be 8 hours ahead. So I'm gonna try to keep it between the morning and the noon, unless we're getting like some type of update the same day for the game, as in terms of like new characters and stuff. Then that'll be a different story. But besides that, upload schedule, that's what I'm looking at for right now. That's how I want to change things up. Now, this is something coming up next I want to talk about. This is mainly for my community. So I want to start doing some form of Discord tournaments. This was something that I tried to implement a little earlier, like probably last year, but I think the biggest issue is I don't never really promote the Discord. So that's why it seems kind of dead, or there's not a lot of people in there. In general, I'm looking to try to do tournaments monthly, at least like one tournament every month, every 2 months, where we're gonna have certain people. You're gonna have qualifiers and all this stuff. Basically, how a regular tournament would be bracket. You have qualifiers, you have the semifinals, all that stuff. And I'm looking at doing cash prizes, either cash prizes or just some form of giving gift cards. And I'm looking to hopefully get that started up pretty soon. Now I say pretty soon in the future because your boy, I have to build up the Discord and all that, because right now the Discord, it is dead. There's members in there, but I'm not going to force everyone to come in there and talk. But would it be nice? Yes. You don't have to talk every single day. You don't have to, because I don't even be in the Discord every single day, but I do check in every once in a while, like every day, maybe every couple days. So that's something I want to implement as well, some type of tournaments for just this community. And it's going to be Discord exclusive. So once we get like the members built up and everything, now I am going to promote, so I'm going to say sorry in advance, but you're going to see a lot of promotions for the Discord at the beginning of a lot of videos, where I'm just going to just say, hey, you should probably join, that'd be nice and everything. It's totally free. If you don't want to join, that's fine too. I'm not forcing anyone to join, but if you want to be a part of that pretty soon, I would love to see it. But that's also something I want to implement, just something that's for our community, right? I'm pretty sure that other YouTubers are doing it as well, but at the end of the day, it'd be just our community doing these tournaments. So yeah, that's nice. Some other things, just simple stuff like building consistency. That's something that has not been the greatest thing starting off for this first half of the year for me. And I feel like I've had some really good months, and then just horrible. And the burnout is just, it's hitting me more than I thought. So I'm just trying to keep it to the where, like I said, 3 to 4 videos every single week. Some weeks you're gonna see some crazy consistency. I might even upload 6 days out of that week, maybe even a video every single day out of that week. But expect the consistency to come back slowly, better. That much I can promise. That's a pinky promise to you guys. So every weekend, like I said, every weekend it won't always be an upload. So in any case where I don't upload on the weekend, either on Saturday or Sunday, I'm gonna make polls. So I'm gonna make polls for you guys to vote for either a showcase unit to be showcased in the following week coming up, or some type of discussion, maybe just a certain discussion topic. It could be anything. I might even just make it, where I put certain discussion topics and see what you guys want to put, and then I'll put like certain, characters that want to be showcased. But besides that, that's what I'm thinking of doing. If I don't upload on those weekends, you know, that's what I'm gonna do. That way, at the very least, you guys have a say so into what one of the videos are gonna be, you know, uploaded next week. So at the end of the day though, didn't want to make this video super long. It's already been like 10 minutes, 10-15 minutes in between how much has been recorded. So that's just a couple things I want to try, you know, just try to change for the channel. Another thing before we go is live streams. That is something that's never been a big part of the channel, and I want to implement that. Now, will I do them as often? Probably not, but at the very least, I'm trying to do at least, I would say, 2 live streams a month. So one of those can be for whenever we get like new units and stuff, and then another one could probably be like a little chill session. You know, we play PvP, play, you know, maybe the raid or just something in the game, just hang out, chill, everyone stop by, have a good time. That's something I'm looking to do as well. But besides that, that's pretty much it. You know, that's just a few of the, you know, the base. I'm not gonna sit here and yap about every single thing, but there's a few of the things I want to do. And just, you know, this is just a video to just put out as well, just to know that you got, I'm not gone. You know, I'm just, your boy's just been recharging from the burnout and stuff, and we're back. We're back, okay? And I just, from the bottom of my heart, I appreciate everyone that stuck around on the channel. I know I have not been the best this year. You know, I'm not the greatest YouTuber out there, the greatest Dragon Ball Legends YouTuber. I'm not the greatest PvP player, but there's a lot of things that go into factor. I love what I do. I'm gonna keep pushing the content out for you guys. Expect the video either today, maybe tomorrow, pretty soon. That way we can get the, you know, consistency starting to roll a little bit on the channel. So with that being said though, I hope everyone enjoyed this video. Something simple, something nice. As always, everyone have a blessed day. It's your boy JB. I'm out.